If you're a real estate agent or thinking to get your real estate license, we have a financial warning for you.
What if that broker that you choose to join could cost you more than $48,000 a year alone in that first year? And that's not a mistake. I'm not just randomly saying this number. That glamorous life we see on TV, like selling the OC, that might be amazing. What it's hiding is predatory commission splits, a minefield of hidden fees that we're going to talk about, and a complete lack of mentorship because you're really just kind of following orders with no mentorship or no explanations. You can't recreate, and that's going to lead why 87% of all agents quit in their first year before they ever get their actual
That's
footing.
why now today we're going to dive into the recent report from the industry of real estate to expose 4 hidden financial costs that are silently stealing your income as a real estate agent and killing your career.
Now, really quickly, really 30 seconds. My name is Victoria. This is Al. We're the Prosperity Agent, and we help real estate agents bulletproof their businesses, especially when they partner with us, EXP. But you can choose whatever you want. I hope this information is useful for no matter what, because we're going to talk about that critical choice people make when they're tricking their brokerage to join. And the brand name might be strong, but there's all those hidden fees that we really need to talk about.
Exactly. Therefore, first we wanted to talk about the commission split. No?
Well, no, those are the 4 major pains that we're going to talk about. New agents feel right away, and this is the first one is the commission split.
Exactly, and that's how they deplete your bank account because you are not knowing about these 4 hidden factors. Therefore, the first one was commission split trap, that you're giving too much.
And we're going to explain all these in more detail later. This is just the interview.
You're giving too much of your hardest earned money to give away to the brokerage.
And the second one is the mentorship mirage, where you think you're going to get this amazing mentorship, but it never actually pans out. So it's a promise that never happens.
And the third thing is no ownership dead ends. I mean, your success doesn't build any long-term wealth for you.
And then the last one is the hidden fees, and it is death by 1,000 cuts this way, and that is your bottom line. You don't even see it until the end of the year when you start doing your math. So we're going to break into those a little bit more in detail now. Talk to me about the commission split.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to talk about the commission split trap. No, let's start with the one that you cannot ignore. The commission split, the most visible cost to you, yet is often most financially straining, especially for the new real estate agent. Now, if you're looking at the split model of even traditional brokerage, which is 50-50, means the agent share is just 50%, that impact on, let's say you sold a house for $400,000 and the commission is split of 3%, the commission of 3%, and then you gain $12,000. In that commission, you owe basically $6,000 to your brokerage.
If it's a 50-50.
Exactly, and you did everything, but half of your work is gonna go there. Now, what about the next
one?
And
even those no fee ones, I'm going to tell you right now, if you look at how their marketing works and they can find their person in their system and suddenly they're claiming it's a 50-50 relationship, be warned. Another one is the predatory ones, where you go work for somebody but you do all the work and you get 15-20%. So let's just say 15. They're getting the rest of the money. You're getting $1,800 of that $12,000. So this is a structure that's honestly the worst. Here at EXP, we have a capped model, and we've hit our cap and we've iconed every single year for a couple reasons, because once you hit the $16,000, that's a different cap. But either way, at 80% at $12,000, that's $9,600. And the difference between $9,600 and $6,000 or $1,800, you can see. I mean, right there.
Something is between $3,600 to $7,800 just on that.
And this is your exact same work for the exact same client, for the exact same home you did all the work for. So your production was there. We're just talking about how much you got paid for that.
And then here's it. Did you talk about even some brokers even don't have the cap?
Yeah, but then that's the 50-50 lie that we got told.
Exactly. Therefore, some of the brokers they don't have even that cap. The second things that we wanted to talk. What is the second things that we're going to talk about?
Is mentorship and the promise and the illusion of mentorship. And yet 87% of people quit in the first year, as we talked about before. New agents typically will go to the office of a broker because they feel like that is where they're going to get that training. But honestly, that is not where you get training. You're just sitting at a desk, wasting your time, watching other people, and then honestly, honestly, the blind leading the blind in many ways doesn't help you at all. You also are losing deals this way because you're not learning. You're losing your reputation because you might do something wrong, because if you don't have proper guidance, you're filling out the contracts wrong. People realize that you're filling out the contract wrong. It can costly mistakes. Deals get lost, your professional reputation go away really quickly. I've seen this happen myself. I saw really recently, as a selling agent, I wrote the buyer's contract a few times because they weren't getting the training very clearly on how to write a contract. And then obviously you don't want to lose income and lose out, or try to figure things out later. So you want to make sure that you're getting that support you actually think you need. But that high cost and just thinking you have to go to an office is really what's going to break people, and it is really why you're going broke.
Exactly.
Talk to me about hidden fees.
For the hidden fees, that's the crazy part of it. There are many brokers around that they have a lot of fees, including the desk fee, transaction fee, junk fee, and typical of the desk fee for many of the brokers is something between $900 to $3,300 a year. A monthly fee just have a desk, even if you are never use that office at all. Or transaction fees. Some of them, they have a flat $495 to $600.
It can even up to $1,000
flat to every transaction that you do, regardless how small is your commission is. And the next one is the junk fee. Is a very vague, between $250 to $1,000 a deal. Often undisclosed fee that goes straight to the broker's bottom line. And they call it regulatory compliances or administrative fees. Therefore, for new agent with a steady income stream, that fees are massive financial burden. And this is the ultimate goal to be broken.
Now again, 62% of all agents earn less than $10,000 in their first year, and this median of the second year of 2 years or less is $8,100. That's really, really low. And that $4,800 that you lost went to somebody else, and those are just the typical numbers. Now let's talk about wealth building and home ownership. I was the econ teacher.
Home ownership or wealth building?
Wealth building and ownership in your company. I was econ. I love talking about owning your business, not renting a business, because when you are understanding that you run your own business and you are the master of your own fate, you are the decider of your life. Now, you are the one making all the business decisions because it is your life to choose. Now, with a traditional brokerage, you do not get ownership. You are not getting residual income. You don't get to tell somebody how amazing your brokerage is and get a fee for that, or long-term fee for that. You're not getting a commission split. You're not building long-term wealth because nobody's talking about ownership and stock, which is, I know people like to talk about, and passive income streams. So stocks are, in my company, stocks are important. Revenue share means when you just simply tell somebody how you're doing great, now they can do great too. It's really simple. You don't have to do everything. You can do cap 80-20 split, and then also it's a passive income stream as well. So you have to look at equity and make sure that you're building a stream of growth that grows over time. So it's not just a job, you're really growing your business.
Exactly. Therefore, what is the conclusion is after all these four hidden costs?
Now, you might think you want to go to this place because they have education, they have something that you think you need, but really look at those numbers and look hard at those numbers, because your numbers don't lie. The numbers are where that death by 1,000 cut that I said at the beginning. You have to look at those fees, you have to look at the junk fees, you have to look at that mentorship that doesn't actually happen, and then you have to pick what is best for you. So you don't want to have your career fall because something happened in your life. So I can't wait to talk to you in the next video.
Exactly. Therefore, subscribe in our channel now. And we are very data driven, especially my wife. She's a computer hacker.
And
really,
in the
she
link,
gets to the bottom.
I do just find things out. I'm a researcher. Okay, so you can click the link in the bottom. You can have a free broker comparison checklist. It is there. And then also our guide to deciding your sponsor DXP is also in the description below. So please grab those, and don't forget to watch our next video. I can't wait to talk to you more about income and why you can break down into all those so you can just get more money for your dollar.
Thank you.